Hello Internet friends, welcome back to another training commentary, and today I have a pretty specific topic, something that I did sort of cover in the last video, but I want to go into a little bit more detail about one of the specific ideas that I mentioned. And this particular one is the idea of avoiding making excuses and being a little bit more personally responsible in your life for the decisions you make or the actions that you take. And what I really want to go into detail about is kind of the importance of why you wouldn't want to make those excuses. It's very easy to kind of default to pointing at external factors or pointing at things that affected us in some way, because it makes it easier to not be blamable. It makes it easier to not open yourself up to critique or just being vulnerable. And while that is kind of nice to think about in theory, that you could have this sort of out by pointing at something else and saying, well, here's my reason why, it also removes your ability to do something about it. When you are blaming your circumstance on external factors, when you're pointing to those as the main reasons and you're focusing on that excuse as the main reason why you couldn't do something, you are essentially saying, in the future, if this happens again, the same result is going to happen, because I can't do anything to change it. It's just the way that things are. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes it is completely external and you did your best and you can't really change anything. But at the same time, I feel like you should try your best to move forward with the mentality of, there is something that I could have done differently and possibly improved to better my circumstance or situation. And if we make that our default response instead of allowing something else to kind of take control, you gain more power in your life by not making those excuses. And so you kind of, you remove your safety net, you remove a little bit of your infallibility, and you allow yourself to be vulnerable to the opportunity to change and do something greater in the future. And that, I think, is a better outcome than not being to blame at the moment. And I've been struggling with this a lot. I try to implement it in my own life, but I am definitely not perfect at it, and it's something that we can continue to work on just in about everything we do. Instead of blaming others, instead of blaming circumstance, accepting that other things happen, some of it's out of your control, but there is usually at least one or two things that you can do to improve your own situation. In the case of this particular workout, most of my deadlifts reps, the first rep or the second rep would look all right, and then I started getting lazy and out of position. And, I could point and say, well, I'm just getting back into it. I'm still kind of out of shape from not lifting intensely, and those rep sets really do, take a toll on my conditioning. But at the same time, that's not going to help me in the future. It's going to help me more to say I should just try to stay more focused in the set and make sure I'm hitting my positions consistently, and open myself up to be wrong so that I can work on those improvements in the future, instead of just saying there's nothing I could do, it's just going to be that way. Other than that, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I think that you really do allow yourself to grow more in the future if you open yourself up to the possibility of being wrong in the moment, because you find things to work on and improve. And that's really what I want to talk about today. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you found it helpful in some way, or that it spoke to you in some way. I want to talk a little bit about some of the comments that I got in the last video. For the most part, they were all very positive, and I really appreciate all that, everybody being super supportive. There were a couple of negative comments, and that's fine. That's the internet. That's part of, I open myself up to criticism when I exist on the internet and when I make YouTube videos. I want to encourage you guys who are being supportive and trying to stand up for me to, if you feel like you need to do that, please do so in a way that's not vitriolic or hateful or filled with toxicity from your own end, because that doesn't really help kind of spread the message I'm trying to do. If people have, kind of angry or hateful things to say, I can handle that. I'm all right with dealing with that, and I don't want you guys to get sucked into some sort of kind of internet pissing match. I don't think it's worth it your time, and I don't think it's worth my time. And if I feel like something needs to be addressed, I'll go ahead and address it. So thank you guys so much for standing up for me, but honestly, I'm okay. So other than that, there is a Ben Rice shirt sale going on right now at Strengthcrew. They're 40% off. If you guys want to show your support in that way, go ahead and check that out. If you're not at a place right now to do that, or if you don't feel like doing that, that's totally all right too. I just wanted to give you that opportunity since it was made known to me. So thank you guys so much for the continued support and all the good thoughts. I will be back pretty soon, and I'm still working on that training history video, so that'll come up in the not too distant future. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.